Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Batra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock markets, the way the trade panned out, and where were the gains and losses seen, and what really happened to your investments in the stock markets today. Well, it was a bloodbath yet again, a very, very freaky Friday. Right from the word go, we saw the markets open with a gap down, a sharp fall of over 500 points on the Sensex, and towards the end, the losses in fact got extended. The Sensex crashed 800 points to end the day on a lower note. Talk about the Nifty 50 as well. There was sharp losses on this index as well. In fact, all the sectors did see very, very sharp losses coming through in today's trading session for them. Now, when we talk about the kind of action we saw in the indices, the Sensex was down 866 points or 1.5% lower to end the day at 54,835. The Nifty lost 271 points or 1.6% of a cut was seen, and the Sensex ended at 16,411. Remember, around 837 shares advanced even in a declining environment. But definitely, the market breadth was favoring the declines, with declines contributing almost 2444 shares in today's trading session. About 105 shares remained unchanged towards the end of this session for sure. In terms of stocks, you had the likes of Divis Laboratories, Bajaj Finance, Shree Cement, UPL, and Tata Motors. These were among the top Nifty losers today, while the gainers included the likes of Hero MotoCorp, Tech Mahindra, Power Grid, ITC, and ONGC as well. Now, among the sectors, metal and realty indices definitely fell over 3%. IT index was also down 2%. However, the power index rose about 0.5% in trade today. When we talk about the broader markets, the mid and the small cap indices fell about 2% each as well. Of course, it was a broad based reaction that we actually saw of the markets following the global cues, the weak global cues that we got from overnight session on the Wall Street, as there were fears of higher inflation, aggressive rate hikes coming in, crude oil prices rising again, and again stoking inflation. All of those concerns together put the markets in the lower side as well. In fact, over there in the US markets, we saw sharp cuts of 3 to 4% for most of the major indices on the US markets as well. Now, as far as the Indian markets are concerned, experts are of the view, say, for example, Amula Thaple, who's the Deputy Vice President and Technical Research at Kotak Securities, believes that the market is in a dilemma right now, as that the rising interest rate scenario, more hawkish stance by the RBI, could actually hurt growth from here on. Technically, he believes that the Nifty is consistently trading below the 200-day and 50-day SMA, which is a broad negative for the markets as an indication on a technical parameter. He also believes that on weekly charts, Nifty has formed a bearish candle, which actually supports further weakness coming away. On intraday charts, the index consistently held on to the lower top formation that also supports short-term weakness. So, a short-term weakness on the charts is definitely not ruled out. For traders, he says 16,300 would be a key support level now. In a quick intraday pull-out rally, however, is not ruled out on Monday. If the index exceeds above 16,300, then there could be a pullback rally of 16,550 to 16,700 as well. Although he does believe that below 16,300, the selling pressure could intensify. And below that, we could actually see levels of 16,000 also touching going forward in case there is a sharper sell off in the next week. Vinod Nair of Geojit Financial Services has believed that there is a steep crash in US markets that actually led to the sharp fall across the globe. And the period of volatility is the time that one should investors should actually look at some opportunities with buy on dips as a strategy. Gaurang Sumaya, who's the forex and bullion analyst at Motilal Oswal Financial Services, has said that he believes that the rupee has fallen to its lowest level since March 2022, as the broad strength in the dollar continued to weigh on the major crosses as well. Now, for the markets, of course, the points to note will be in the next week going forward. Of course, today we are awaiting the Reliance Industries big boy results as well. This is the largest company listed by market cap on the stock exchanges. So the results over here will be very, very important to watch out for. How the various segments of Reliance Industries perform, be it the telecom major Reliance Jio, be it the retail segment of Reliance Industries, Reliance Retail as well, and of course, what kind of impact does Reliance Industries really see of the rising crude oil prices between January to March, and the impact of the war between Ukraine and Russia as well on these commodity prices. All of those will be factored in, and that will be something important to watch out for in the earnings today as well. You need to stay tuned with Business Today to understand, and as we help you decode the fine print of Reliance Industries results so that you can take the best call for yourself in case you want to take a decision to invest in Reliance Industries post the results as well. Overall, if you talk about today, again was an important day with respect to the LIC IPO. It was the third day running. Of course, the IPO in total has actually been subscribed fully. The policyholders quota has been subscribed maximum with over three times subscription coming in. Retail investors portion has also got fully subscribed today. Over one times is what we have actually seen the subscription levels coming in at. Only QIB and NII portion is still remaining to be fully subscribed, but there are 3 more days on which the bidding will be open for investors, since keeping in mind it's the large base and a very, very large IPO. You have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, 3 more days for investments and bidding and subscribing to the LIC IPO or not. So, in case you're still wondering whether this IPO makes sense for your portfolio, you can log on to our YouTube channel. There are several videos that we've done, spoken to experts about it, as well as we have broken down some risk factors for you to consider before taking a call on the LIC IPO as well. With that, I wrap up on this edition, but do stay tuned for all the developing news on business front on Business Today.